Hey guys, I'm in the office and I'm about to get started with paying bills. Paying bills. And then I'm going to check my comments because those make me happy. And I'm going to check my email. I may check comments last because they make me happy. Paying bills does not make me happy. But anyway, I'm going to be doing that. But I wanted to talk to you about something before I talk to you about that. You guys know that I'm trying to find things for my laundry that are smaller, like smaller packaging and stuff. I've tried the laundry sheets and stuff. So I've tried some and I like them. The Posy brand has been really good. And I've tried some other concentrated powders, the Active brand and stuff like that. Really good. But during the Prime days in October, and this is where I run into one problem. Back in October, I had purchased some of the Arm & Hammer sheets, and I didn't start using them until recently because I didn't need them yet, but I bought them back in October. And it's November now, so I mean it's not like forever that I waited. But anyway, I started using them about a month after I got them. Is about how long it took me. Almost a month. Maybe not quite. Maybe 3 weeks. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So my experience with them has been very bad. And I'm wondering if anybody else has tried that brand. I'm wondering if anybody else has had this issue. So the first issue I had was, even though I don't do huge loads, I was using the amount for a large load for our clothes. And I started noticing that our clothes, well, first of all, I don't like the scent. It's a fresh linen or something, but it stinks. It's not good. But anyway, I noticed that I would wash our clothes and, you know, fold them, put them away and all that stuff. And then, like, because I wear my pajamas often, you know, I wear the same ones quite often, according to the season. I noticed, like, whenever I pulled a new set of pajamas out, because I only wear them one time, maybe two max, but I pull a set of pajamas out and I put a shirt on and I'm like, what is that? That does not smell good. And my clothes smelled like, I want to say wet dog, even though they weren't wet, even though they smelled fine when I took them out of the washer. So I started going and smelling all of these things that I had washed with that detergent. And it was still smelling, like all of it smelled, or most of it smelled that way. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's one reason why I had so many clothes recently. Because I would just take it off and put it in the dirty clothes because I couldn't handle the smell. And then, so I thought, okay, I will just make my loads smaller. Maybe I'm putting too many clothes in it for this stuff. Which, I mean, I have a huge washer. I know you're not supposed to max it out and fill it all the way up. But I have a huge capacity washer. I should be able to wash a decent size load of clothes. And, which, for me, is about what, you know, a normal size load of clothes is for any washer. Well, anyway, I made my laundry size of clothes, my loads were smaller. Same problem, same issue. So I was like, okay, maybe this stuff's not cleaning really good. So I just put the laundry booster in it and stuff like that, like the OxyClean stuff, but it's not OxyClean, it's the Active brand. I put that in there and it helped with this smell issue, but it's still not helping fully. But another problem I had, even before that I put anything else in there, is sometimes, not every time, and I didn't know that's what it was the very first time I saw this, like I don't have any cloth in here, so I'm just gonna do this. So I pulled out a pair of underwear of Noah's, and they were balled up like that. And I'm like, what? That's weird. And like when I started pulling them out of the dryer, because I had dried them, it started cracking. And I'm like, what is that boy done sat in? What is happening? What is going on? This is weird. Because it was his clothes I had washed. And then I looked at it and it was blue. And I'm like, oh no. One of his childhood things somehow got in his dirty clothes, and now washed it and dried it and melted it. Because, you know, I thought it was some kind of like toy or something, you know. But then I touched it and it was like gooey and it cracky all at the same time. It's weird. So I'm like, this is weird. So of course, me being me, because I smell everything, I knew it wasn't anything like gross. I smelled it to see if it was plasticky smell, and it smelled just like the laundry sheets. I said, the laundry sheets did not dissolve. That's what the problem was. And I've also noticed that my washing machine has been smelling funky too. So I've been cleaning it more often than every 2 weeks. So anyway, I went over to the sink and I put some water on it, and it started bubbling up. So yes, it's the laundry sheets. The laundry sheets are not dissolving. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about putting laundry sheet into water and let it dissolve, and then putting in very small loads. But I feel like it's such a waste. But I don't know what to do. I also thought about just putting half of one in with a little bit of other detergent, so that it can, like, I can use them up and not waste my money. But have y'all ever had that happen with laundry sheets? And what did you do? I know by the time you see this, I'll probably have already figured something out. I'll probably have already figured out what I'm going to do. But it is just weird. And I'm glad it wasn't one of Noah's childhood things, because he does have some, a very few things that he has kept from his childhood that are special, you know. So I don't know, it's weird. But I'm going to get to paying bills, because that makes me sad. Then I'm going to check emails, and then I'm going to read comments, because comments always make me happy. So I just wanted to start the video asking you about that. I don't know what else I'm doing today. Spaghetti is for supper, so it's going to be a simple supper. And yeah, I made beef tips and rice, which the rice I should have shared with you guys. I will next time I make it, because I've been trying to play around and make it different ways. But beef tips and rice and cucumber. That was mine and Jeff's breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to call it. Our first meal of the day. Because I've been waiting to eat till later in the day, because not doing intermittent fasting, but trying to get myself into that again. Not doing it right, but waiting to eat my first meal and only drinking water until then. So I'm starting it. I don't know. I'm thinking about waiting until after the holidays, but then again I'm like, why? Anyway, I'll be back at some point. I don't know when though, but those laundry sheets are really messing my brain up really bad. I'll be back. Hey guys, what you're about to see is Noah doing some firefighter training. I want to go ahead and warn you that there is real fire involved. It is controlled. There's medical personnel, firefighters, like tons of firefighters, tons of medical personnel, and trainers. Lots of control in this situation. So I'm not saying there was no chance of anyone getting hurt. There's always a chance of someone getting hurt, but nobody did. But I just wanted to let you guys know what you're about to see if you continue watching this video. If you don't continue watching the video, I understand completely, and I thank you for being here as long as you have, because I know that fire can trigger emotions in people that can be hard. But I want to share this to show you what our firefighters go through with just one of their trainings. And this is not even everything they did. This is just part of what they did, so that you can see just one part of what is happening when they're going into these situations and what they do to train themselves to get into the situation. As I said, this is very controlled. They are doing a propane simulation. There is a propane tank there. The propane tank is filled with water. There is no propane in the actual tank, but it looks as if there is. And it's a real propane tank, but it's filled with water, not with propane. But there's a simulation there. They have things around it to actual propane is being used. I don't really know how to explain it. It is dangerous, but it is needed so that you don't go in unequipped. Noah is getting a shower. He is exhausted now after this. This is just a little bit of the training. This is not everything he did, but the first part of it, he is training with no fire. They are just learning how to do the hose and all that stuff, because he has never had any training for this. They wanted to do a dry run. Technically it's not dry because there's a lot of water involved. They're learning how to handle the hose together as a team, and how to step properly. So that's what happened first. And then I recorded one of the other teams that is more practiced. They've done this training before. I recorded them, and then I recorded the team that Noah was on, that most of these guys had never done it before, from what I understand. So I just want to warn you that there is fire, but everybody was safe, and I don't want anyone to, feel like, oh my goodness, what is she doing? Why is she showing this? This was not real. I mean, it was real, but it wasn't real. It wasn't a real person's place. And what they are trying to do is, as a team, get to the tank so they can shut it off, so that the gas will not continue towards the house. Because if something happened and the fire got into the hose that went to the house, honestly, I don't know exactly what could happen. I don't know. Maybe the house catches on fire too. I'm pretty sure that's one thing that would happen. Maybe the house explodes. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I did not ask, because I was not the one being trained, because this is not something that I would do. I don't have the strength for it. If something happened and I absolutely had to, I could maybe do it. But most likely, I would be the one helping operate the truck. That would be where my job would be. Or helping the people, whoever it is, the family, comforting them or something. That's kind of like what I would be doing most likely. I don't really know what I would be doing, but I know that I would not be actively involved in fighting fire like I used to be, because I used to do that. But anyway, I'm surrounded by Noah's wet turnout gear. And I don't know if I said, he's getting a shower. He's extremely exhausted now. But anyway, I'm gonna let you see this, and I hope you learn from it or something, maybe. But this is not training. This is not me training you. This is just showing you what they went through. Part of it may have music though, because I don't know, like, I want y'all to see it in real time, part of it, but I don't know if I'm gonna have all of it in real time. But I also want you to hear what it sounds like. And this is not even as loud as an actual event could be if it was not controlled. So anyway, this is making me a little bit nervous, but some of you actually wanted to see some of this stuff. And this is training for firefighters. If you ever do become a volunteer or an actual, well, if you're an actual, no, you're an actual if you're volunteering. If you are a paid firefighter, you will definitely have to have training. But if you were ever a volunteer firefighter, get your training. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking about all that now. and let you watch. This is not for entertainment. This is so you can see what our firefighters go through just to learn how to keep themselves safe while fighting fires, and also to save hopefully your home, or at least something, you know, keep things from being worse than they have to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is just something they have to go through. So here we go.
pretty new turnout gear, shining.
Well, it got a little dirt on it. Somebody used it before, but I don't know who.
So now that you've seen that, I want to tell you from my perspective from where I was at, which was really far away. It's in the mid 40s here, Fahrenheit. So it's cool. It's pretty cool night. It's not freezing, but it's not far from it. It's several degrees above it, but still, it's not a hot Alabama night. And that was super duper hot. It's been over an hour since they finished, and my face is still red from the heat from it because it's so hot. That's just one thing our firefighters go through to train, and also if they were in the situation, that's what they would be going through. So I hope you did learn from this in some way. Maybe, I mean, I know that most of my people would have respect for our first responders, but maybe you could have a newfound admiration for them or something. I've been, like Jeff has been, until we moved where we were last, our whole relationship, he's been volunteer fireman except for just the very, very beginning of our relationship. So I've always had a lot of respect for them. But I hope that this was educational for you in some way. I'm not saying go try to do it yourself, because you definitely better not. I don't think a lot of you would, but I just wanted to share it, and I probably will be sharing more trainings if I can. If I'm in a situation where I can share, I will. But for today, that is all I have. I hope this was okay, this video. It was a little bit different for me all the way around, and I feel nervous about it, but I'm sure that it can be helpful for some, and you know, to help you see one of the things that they go through. And I did show the picture of Noah in his gear, and that was his full gear. The tank, I didn't show the back side, but there's a big tank on his back, the mask, the balaclava, which is the thing that covers to keep from burning, the the helmet, the big huge jacket, the big boots, the gloves, this is how big my son's glove is. And it's like it just fits him. Like, it's not too little at all. It's just the right size. But I mean, you can't see me. It's ginormous. It's soaking wet too. But yeah, huge gear that they have to wear to keep them protected. So anyway, just a little bit about firemen, fire people, firefighters, and what they go through. And I will probably share more as time goes on. And I hope you guys don't mind that, because it's part of our life now. And that's what I do here. I share part of our life. And I ended up not cooking dinner. I was going to be cooking spaghetti, but I ended up not cooking dinner because by the time it was all over with, it was so late, we just went and got something from McDonald's. We just got a burger and called it a night. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. Do you have a firefighter in your life, or a police officer, or a paramedic, or any kind of first responder, military? Let me know. Are you one of those? Are you first responder in any shape, form, or fashion? Yeah, so I'll talk to y'all later. I don't know what all I said, but if you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. I think I said that. It was a very stressful, exciting night. I knew there was nothing gonna, like, no, it would be fine, but it was still, you know, one of those things, because, you know, mamas, you know how we are. But anyway, if you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below. I'm very proud of my boy, y'all. I'm so proud of him. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.